my reaction to the 8.3 patch notes. If you haven't read them by now, now would be a great time to check out. Like, fair warning, spoilers ahead. Okay, so let's talk. The new raid, Nyalotha. Nyalotha? Something like that. I can't say these words. Like, why do they keep doing this to me? Najnatar? I don't even think I'm saying that right. So anyway, the new raid is going to be 12 bosses long. I am super ecstatic to hear this because on the shorter raids, my guild would get AOTC and call it a day. So there would be a huge gap, in between raiding tiers. And this gives me an opportunity to, fill that gap. So also let's talk about the end boss though. We found out is going to be N'Zoth. I am super happy about this. If you saw the cutscene in the Eternal Palace, you would have known this, okay? Like you see N'Zoth physically grab Ashara. So super happy because a lot of people were going to say, oh, Sylvanas is going to be the end boss of this expansion. Honestly, I started to believe that for a little bit. But if it had gone that route, I probably would have canceled my sub because that is Garrosh 2.0. We've been there, we've done that, we want something new, and now we have it, N'Zoth. I'm a little confused as if we're going to defeat N'Zoth because he is the big bad of Azeroth, or if we're going to just kind of like get him to a certain percentage and, oh, he magically runs off, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there, but I'm super excited to find out. So aside from that, we're also getting assaults again, and I am not happy with this. This disappoints me greatly. I've already done it 2 times. This will be the 3rd time going in. We had the assaults from BC to Wrath, which was the first time I'd done them. I thought it was a great idea. I was pumped, when they first came out, and I was getting, loot from it, the Haunted Memento, stuff like that. That was neat. But coming and bringing it back a 2nd time, I was kind of disappointed there, but I gave it a pass because they also brought in the larger assault portals. And that was okay. It was also a quick way to gear my ults. And, again, just, it was kind of new, but kind of not. So, I guess I was just kind of whelmed on that one. Not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed, just whelmed. So, this 3rd time, though, I want something new. Now, mind you, they say they're going to add, like, puzzles to it and stuff like that to, like, take their own spin. I'm still not happy with it. But I guess we'll see how it pans out because I'm sure I'll be making a video once 8.3 launches. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the allied races because speaking of disappointment, this one was huge for me. Now, I know that the Horde is getting the Valkyra, which is good, I guess. Like the storyline in Voldun was amazing. But then again, the idea of playing them is just kind of like, meh. I really wanted Synthrak, okay? Like, look at this image. And it still would have been better than the Valkyra for me. But I can live with it, other than the fact, too, that it is, just the Goblin model reskinned, honestly. So, Valkyra, not much I can say about it other than it's just kind of like, meh. The other thing that they brought for the Alliance is the Mecha Gnome. And honestly, it slightly triggers my PTSD from doing Mechagon. That was a horrible zone. I hate it. Once I hit Revered, I quit. Okay, I got my flying. I don't need it anymore. I GTFO'd. So now bringing this back into the picture is kind of upsetting. Do they look cool? Absolutely. Do I want to play one? No. But, to each their own. And so, God, let's just talk about heritage armor for a minute. Because I saw that this morning. And if you look at them, they look terrible, okay? They look like a flaming hot pile of garbage. Especially compared to, like, the Zandalari, the Dark Iron Dwarves. They did fantastic. But now I'm starting to feel like tier sets where they just look like they stopped putting effort into the armor. And the only thing really cool that I like about from the new heritage armor is the top hat on the Worgans. Do I think it's enough to make me go out and get it? Probably not. But, That's the only good thing I can say about it, honestly. So the last thing I really wanted to talk about was the new auction house changes. And this, they've been saying this for years, that they wanted to redo the auction house. And what they're going to do is, you're going to have to put everything in a stack. They're not going to let you just put single items up there anymore. And I am kind of happy about this, I'm not going to lie, because I spent the majority of my time on WoW just flipping through pages on the auction house to get 2 stacks. So this is a good change for me. I also like the fact now that you can buy a portion of the stack. You do not have to buy the whole stack. So you can still get it your way too if you needed to just buy a single thing. It works for everybody. The last thing though about that is that I really wish they would bring the auction house back to the mobile app, because it was all about convenience for me. I understand that a lot of people didn't like it, that it needed to be taken out, but for people like me, it did make my life easier, not having to go and to log on to WoW and spend the majority again of my WoW time not only flipping through the pages like earlier, but just, having to log on, the whole process of it, getting on every day, it was a pain in the butt. And I know that they're not going to bring it back, and I guess I can live with that. But just something they may want to think about in the future on how to change that so we can have it back on the mobile app would be fantastic. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Much love.